Hello everybody, I'm Richard Gon of Work to Live podcast version. And this time not this this time, so what I'm going to talk about is a kind of work skill. What I'm going to talk about this time is a skill necessary for, or skill was a skill or skills necessary for working. And and last time, so what I tried to speak out in the beginning is that so in the last episode I forgot to speak out in introductory phrase, or which introductory phrase is the is that introductory phrase I always say in every episode of my podcast. So I speak out how everybody, or I start, well, I get started. So the creation was a recording of each episode from in and every time. So I'm sorry for my stumbling. I lost what I was speaking at. So in each episode, or in each recording, or in each creation of each episode. So I begin with, or I get started the creation and the recording of each episode with saying hello everybody in the beginning of each episode, which is what I try to speak at. So why I stumble, or if you are listening to this, if you are listening to my podcast for the first time. So let me tell you why I often stumble, and why I'm really bad at speaking English. So that is because I'm a non-native speaker of English language. So which is why, so I can't speak English natively. So which is why, so if you are, and most frequent of although most frequent listeners are American people, but actually, and other so as a the second largest frequent listeners, or the second largest group of my frequent listeners are West European people. But actually, so as you are listening to my podcast, not yeah, as you are listening to as you are listening to me, or as you are hearing me now, so I'm a non-native speaker of English language, which is why I'm really bad at speaking English. So this time, so I digress. I have just digressed, and my episodes or the episodes of my podcast have many digressions. So but actually, this time I'm going to talk about a work skill, or the skills related to their everyday works. And the title is Slowing Down and Lowering the Performances and Works are Great Skills for both of employers and employees. And the conclusion is some clients raise the levels of demands to you. In such cases, you should learn the skills written in the column of title. And what is the column of title is the title I have just spoken out. So if you are, not for example, anyway, so if you are thinking of creating your own company, for example, so so one of the stuff you have to do is to find out clients who are going to pay money for you. In turn, of course, you have to, or you have to create some services or some products for that client, or for those clients. But actually, maybe you can understand, even though you are employees, or even though you are working for some companies. And if you are the, for example, if you are the president of your own companies, or if you are the leaders of your own companies, and those companies are small, or those companies are of medium sizes, I think you can understand. what I'm saying. So some clients raise the levels of demands if you accomplish some requests, or work orders, or some requirements given by those clients. Some clients do such things, like raising the levels, or the difficulties of demands, so that those clients want to check out whether your companies, whether your performances are sufficient enough, or whether your companies or yourselves have really high performances or not, so everybody wants higher. Everybody wants to get higher levels of outcomes without without pay, without paying a lot of costs, or with paying the lowest amounts of costs. So which is what other clients, or which is all the clients think, which is what I'd like you to understand this time. So why I wrote this is really helpful for both employers and employees. So so in the case, or in the world of employees, so maybe if you work for some huge companies, for example, so I'm a Japanese person, and I work for a fairly huge company. So which is why, so if you often, of course, it's your boss, or they are your bosses or it's your bosses who are going to give you, or who give you works. But actually, even thinking about such a situation, or such situations, so you communicate with people belonging to other departments or other divisions, which is the world, or which is the case of employees. So which is why, every employee wants to get what they need, without without paying a lot of times or a lot of costs. So, and so which is why those even employees try to lower the costs in term. So what are the costs those employees have to pay, times in the case of employees. So no, maybe. So maybe, of course, I think there are some exceptions, but actually, so every employee wants to reduce or lower their own working times. So because they want to enjoy their own lives, which is the case to everybody, including entrepreneurs. But actually, in the case of employees, they'd like to lower the working time necessary for accomplishing their goals in their workplaces. So which is why, they try. So this is a so not this is anyway, this is so this, I think this is an extreme condition. But actually, some employees want to thrust their own responsibilities to other people, which is a case to maybe which can be the case to you if you are working for some companies, as employees, or in the positions of employees. But actually, so which is the case, of course, which is the case to the employers, if you are employers. So so which means in the case of, for example, if you are some employers, or if you are the business leaders of some small companies or your own companies, for example, if you run, or if you manage your own small companies, you may not you may not hire people. You might have not you might not hire people or employees. Such styles of businesses are possible, or such styles of businesses exist all in this world. At least some employers, or many employers, or many entrepreneurs, or many presidents who do not hire employees. Such people proceed their own businesses. For example, in my country. But I think this is the case to your own countries, if you live in developed countries, or including United States of America. So like which, but actually, which means if you are employers, you have to get you have to get some requirements, or some works from your own clients. If you are employers, you have to get some works from your clients. Or your clients give you some, or pass you some works some works. So in time, of course, you can get money, but you have to finish the works. Finish the works ordered by your own clients, which is a businesses, in almost all the employers or almost all the presidents of companies have to do. So anyway, but actually, so those clients, so if for example, if work A or if work fast is accomplished, so next time they may raise requirements, or they may raise the levels of their requirements in work B or in work two, for example, or in work number two, for example, such things possibly happen, which is what I'd like you to know this time. So which is why, so as I wrote in the section of title, or in the column of title, slowing down and lowering the performances and works are great skills for both employers and the employees. So which means, if you are employers, your clients may exploit you, so or exploit or use you up. There's such a possibility, or there are such possibilities. So to protect your own businesses, including yourselves, sometimes I think sometimes I think you are going to come to need some skills of slowing down the works, or the lowering the performances of your works. For example, so if you can finish the works of your clients in time, so well before, or for example, months before the deadlines. So it's fine to procrastinate. No, not procrastinate. It's fine to delay the dates of submissions until, for example, 1 or 2 days before the deadline, which I think is possible, and it's all right not to meet the deadline. So if you not procrastinating. So for example, another manner is that so it's fine to delay the submissions, or delay the dates of passing the performances, or passing your own services and products 1 or 2 days after the deadlines, which I think which is one of the skills of slowing down your own performances, or your own works. And another manner is lowering the performances. For example, if you can finish the works ordered by other clients, so at really high levels, for example. But actually, if you finish the works of other people really fast, and if you can finish their works at really high levels, or at really high, for example, high proficiencies, or high levels, so, or high degrees. So so the clients may raise the qualifications, or raise difficulties of their works, which may be ordered to you. For example, there are such possibilities. Those clients may order you to finish the works of the client at higher levels, or at higher levels of accomplishments, or and with shorter durations, until the deadlines of those works. Such a thing may happen. So to protect yourselves. So sometimes you have, sometimes I think not I think sometimes you have to choose not to accomplish, or sometimes I think not I think sometimes you have to finish their works without completing, which is another skill, or other skills necessary for protecting yourselves, or protecting your own businesses. So which is why, I agree, which is why I created this episode this time. So I created no that's weird. I'm creating this episode, which is why I should have used the past tense for this episode. So I'm which is why I'm creating this episode to tell you to tell you what I have just told you. Anyway, so I'm going to finish this episode. So before actually finishing this episode, I'm going to tell you the title and the conclusion of this episode. The title is Slowing Down and Lowering the Performances and Works are Great Skills for both of employers and employees. And the conclusion of this episode is some clients raise the levels of demands to you. In such cases, you should learn the skills written in the column of title. So to check out the title and the conclusion of this episode, please access the description column of this episode so that you can read the title and the conclusion of this episode without listening to my podcast or without listening to this episode. So that's it. Thank you very much for listening. See you. So this is a kind of correction. So so I used intern so like means so if you are employers and if you get some orders of works from a client and if you have to finish if you have to accomplish those orders of works for the client and instead of those accomplishments you can get money from the client, for example. So thinking so in such as or describing such a situation, I used the phrases in turn, but actually so that which can be a mistake or which can lead you to a misunderstanding. So which is why I'd like to tell you that if you are confused with the phrases in turn, so please imagine in exchange for I think it's a suitable phrases for describing the relationships between yourselves and the clients who pay money for you, but who ask you to finish the works of those clients. So if you find in turn a mistake, so please understand that the meaning of the intern I said meant in exchange for instead of intern. So which is another thing I'd like you to know.